Hello everyone. It is Friday, December the 9th, 2022. I am Delbridge, Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is your status check. Now, we have a little bit of NCAA football left, but I'm not going to show you that schedule because they're all a bunch of different games and we're running a tight schedule today. So let's get to that middle segment. So those who watch me know that I actually like to give full credit when I get a piece of information or data to you. I want you to know who wrote it, when it came from, what the date and the time and the particulars were, especially if it's a retail source, someone who their business, their site is in the business of making the news or reporting news. If you like this content, please go to calldeltosell.com, find the tab that says on YouTube, click it, and it'll open up a page of QR codes. There you can use a smartphone to scan and get to the YouTube page, or you can just mouse over and click it on a PC. There you'll be able to subscribe to this little button over here and click the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you when each Friday's blog has been uploaded. Thank you. This one is from Realtor.com, where I'm getting it from. Real estate news is actually put out by MarketWatch, and we'll see what MarketWatch people have to say. And it says, U.S. pending home sales drop for fifth straight month in October. Well, that's kind of clickbaitish. It makes you want to see what's going on. The numbers in U.S. homes for pending home sales fell 4.6% in October, the fifth straight monthly decline, the National Association of Realtors said Wednesday. Now it says economists, I don't know if this is a jab from MarketWatch to Wall Street Journal, but they're saying economists polled by the Wall Street Journal expected pending home sales to fall 5.5%. So I don't know if that's a silver lining for you, that we could have been down 5.5%, but we're only down 4.6%, or what's going on there. But it's an interesting thing. We look at this title up here. U.S. pending home sales dropped for fifth straight month in October. Let's go down here to this one. On the related articles, it says, U.S. October, same month, new home sales jumped despite higher mortgage rates. Well, you notice something different between those two. One said they fell 4.6% and the other said they jumped. Well, that's because they're talking about two different things, and that's some subtlety that you have to be clued in on. I know you're capable of this. I know everybody's capable of this, but they're talking about new construction. New home sales were actually up, and the pending home sales were down. So what can we take if we take both of those for truth from the month of October, being a November report? What does it tell us? It tells us that perhaps some of our older homes, we might have to spruce them on up just a little bit more to compete with the new home sales. Now, new home sales, their prices are going to be high because that's what it takes to build. Inflation causes the cost of stuff to go up. And homes are made out of stuff, and they're filled with stuff. So the newer the stuff is, the more it's going to cost. So if we have a older home, they are still selling, but they may not sell as quickly or as well as they did before, because if the total market is beginning to trend down, some of those newer homes are going to be a little easier to find. So we might have to be a little bit more snappy on what we do in that presentation. I do have something else I'm going to show you right over here on the other monitor, but I thought I might show you something. Have you ever wondered what's behind the scenes to do one of these right here? Well, if I can get this right, let's check this out. Well, now we got that open. Let's look at November. This is actually the more current month, and we'll see, this is from the company we have here. We see that we had almost a 41% decrease in closing, and that may look a little more scary to you. I wouldn't, just like we parse the information between new versus pending, we have that pending's all, which includes the older ones, and the new is only the new. We actually see that we actually have some increases in some areas we didn't expect. We see a decrease in closing, that's total been closed out, but we're at 41 days on the market compared to last year, our 29. So we're open, and we still may be having those same sales captured, but we might find out that what we're doing is we're capturing some of the sales that would have normally gone in November may have actually been pushed out towards December. So we still may be having the same number of closures, but we're stretching that time frame out to process that. Now we get back to this. There's one other thing I want to point out to you. How many of you people are waiting for the economy to crash to pick up a bargain basement price on a house? And you know what I feel about it. I said now is better than later. Later is better than never. And so if you're waiting, I don't know what you're waiting for. We can keep up with the mortgage rates. Quite honestly, we can keep up with mortgage rates. And if they do actually come down, you can always refinance after you've already made sure you've got your home bought. So let's go look at that number. I do have something specific I want to show you. Right here, median price. You see that? $460,000. This is in the greater Nashville market area. Look where it was year over year, or last November. We see it was $425. So does it look like the median price is going down or up? Despite the fact that inflation is causing things to go up, and we have the interest rate things going up. Interest and inflation fight each other, but the result is year over year, November to November, this November, the residential median price was $460,000. Last year, same time, it was $425,000. So I would just honestly, I'm not trying to be a super salesman to you, but I would honestly let you consider once more that if you have a home to list or you're looking to buy, you do it now. Our interest rates, we don't have any reason to believe they're going to really go down per se, as long as the Fed is saying he's going to continue these steps. Even if the steps go down to 0.5%, it's still an increase. And the markets do fluctuate a little bit on the mortgage-backed securities, but the interest rate's not going to jump a whole lot. The prices don't look like they're going to come down a whole lot. Of course, we don't know because we haven't lived the future yet. But with inventory increasing, you got a little better shot of taking your choice. You just got to get started. And that's what you need to do. Get started. Hello, I'm Delbridge of Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you are currently unrepresented and would like to know how to compare up to 3 properties side by side and room by room, then go over to my new YouTube channel. Call Del to Sell. That's 1 L and Del, no spaces. Watch the demo on Real Scout and then call me and we'll set up your exclusive ad-free account today. And we have our numbers for this week. First, last week's numbers, 12/2/22, we had 18,686 opportunities in Real Scout system, which do include the coming soon, so you don't have to wait as long, and you can see them coming. You can watch them if you have to do something you want to be looking at. We can do that. We include them in the Real Scout system, but they're not active officially yet, but you can pounce on them when you're ready. That was down over the previous period. We had 3152 in the under contract still showing. That was down over the previous period, and we fell at the integer level, the ratio between those two numbers, to 17%. This week, we had 12/9/22. We had 18,712 opportunities. That's up just a little bit. And we had 3,091 in the under contract still showing, which came down just a tad. And the ratio remained on the integer level the same at 17. So you can have your paralysis by analysis, but I hope I showed you in the middle segment that we're actually still creeping the median price up. Now we can also analyze it as this, because that's median, the most commonly occurring. We can see the prices are still holding pretty well. What we see is what we've already looked at a month or two ago, is that prices tend to hold. What happens is your activity of sales drops off when we can't kind of get the cheaper, the lower end, so to speak. When we can't close those deals, the ones that have the money in good financial shape continue on with their life, and they still do. And I think that may be part of what's making that price look like it's a little higher. And then we have all kinds of things that we can do in negotiations, such as maybe get some help with buy down that helps hold that price up. But it's in the transfer of the way the loans work that they actually get the buy down to come into the next mortgage. So that's something you need to call Dale to talk about, because we're going to put you in with some finance people that can help you see what you can do. And then we can talk from a position of knowledge rather than a position of fear. So we appreciate you watching. Have a great day.